Hello, everyone, and welcome. You're here with Goran, Kirk, and Jack from PickDawgz for another long form video of the soccer free picks for Sunday. That's February 2nd, guys. Thank you for joining us here. We have more free picks, of course, up on the PickDawgz YouTube channel. You know the drill. Leave us a comment, guys. Subscribe, hit that like button. While for our best bets, you can go up to the pickdawgz.com website or click the links in the description of this video to sign up, guys. And we've all been doing pretty well. Kirk and Jack are doing NBA alongside a lot of soccer as well. So get on board, guys, and let's win some money together. Now, Jack, the first game that we have to talk about is between Brentford and Tottenham. Brentford not doing well at home right now. They haven't won any of their last five home games. So does that affect your pick at all?
Yep. Plus the result in the week for Tottenham, 3-0, and all goals from players from the academy, which probably gives Ange a lot of hope going forward. So I have to ride the Tottenham bandwagon here. Also helped by Mickey van der Ven coming back, which in my opinion was the best defender in the league before he was injured. So yeah, improving defensively in terms of lineup and going forward, plenty of options to choose from. So yeah, Tottenham money lines to play for me here. I'm not taking Brentford at anywhere near even money.
That's your pick in this one, Kirk.
Yeah, Brighton and Brentford teams I don't bet. You know this, and especially with the form Brentford's in and the price we're getting on the Tottenham double chance. Pretty easy for me. I'm just going to keep it simple. Tottenham on the double chance at minus 135. Even though they didn't play the greatest team during the week, they still got to win, and maybe I assume they can at least carry some momentum into this.
Yeah, they should. And getting some of the players back from the injury list will definitely be a huge boost for this team. We know that they needed the depth. We know that they needed some defensive quality as well. And they are getting it back with Mickey van der Ven in the lineup. So I am leaning towards Tottenham here. However, I decided to take the goals instead. And I'm taking over 2 goals in the second half at minus 108. Tottenham usually gets a lot of goals late in the games. And I mean, let's be honest, both teams can score at any point. So I'm hoping for a better second half and a couple of goals at least. Manchester United and Crystal Palace, Kirk, is the next one. United minus 105 at home on a 3 game winning streak while winning five of their last six. But you're still taking Palace here.
Obviously, Man U played FCSB and they won, and they want to make this team favorites now all of a sudden. They barely beat Southampton a couple weeks ago, a game they should just not even have won. That's not going to happen against Palace. Palace is too sound. They're tough to beat. They're tough to break down. You're gonna have to play a full 90 minutes to beat this Palace team, and I don't see Man U doing that even at home. And the price again that we're getting on Palace on the double chance is too good for me to pass up. Give me Palace on the double chance here at minus 125.
Who do you have in this game, Jack?
No one. Not going anywhere near picking sides in a United game, if I'm honest. Palace are the Mönchengladbach of the Premier League. Very good home side, tough to beat. On the road, nowhere near as good. That being said, United, home or away, right now are not great either. Very unpredictable. So yeah, they're conceding a lot at home. Palace are actually scoring a lot at the moment on the road. So I'm going both teams to score.
Yeah, I can see that definitely, but Palace is missing a few players for this game. They're missing Eze, who arguably is their best player after Olise left. And I know we talked about him, and he doesn't really want to be at Crystal Palace anymore, so he's on the exit probably not January, but in the summer when they can get more money for him. But I will still go with United here at minus 110. They're in a good form right now. Still not a great team, but I think that's coming probably next season. So I'll give it a shot with United in this one. Off to La Liga, Kirk. The first game, Barcelona and Alaves. Barcelona heavy favorites, obviously, in this game. Alaves plus 1,500 underdogs. And Barcelona can't really afford anymore to drop any points in La Liga since they're now, I believe, 7 points behind Real Madrid.
Yeah, they're going the wrong direction in the league. That's for sure. And haven't looked as good in the last month. I mean, tied Atalanta, beat Sporting, but that was or not Sporting, but beat Benfica, but that was a sweater of a game if you're a Barca fan. So they haven't really looked that convincing. I think this is a get right spot for them. Um, Jack's pick is probably the way to go. I just don't really do to nils. So I have both teams to score equals no here. It's at minus 102, so the price is essentially the same. But if you want a little bit of price of plus money, go with Jack's pick here.
How do you like in this game, Jack?
Yeah, it's kind of like the same thing, right? That Kirk called me out on because he took both teams to score in the Villarreal Valladolid game. When Villarreal probably score, and I took Valladolid over 0.5. So yeah, it's kind of the same thing here, but flips. I'm going with Barca to win to nil because I don't see Alaves scoring, but there's no way that Barca don't score in this game. So yeah, Barca to nil.
Yeah, but then again, we know how unstable Barcelona was on the defensive end, and
Yeah,
how many stupid mistakes they tend to make when they have the game under complete control. Coming off of a 2-2 draw against Atalanta, they've scored a bunch of goals before, so scoring goals is not an issue for this team. It is defending. And missing Ter Stegen definitely is a big deal for this team. We know what kind of a goalkeeper he is, and he is that last line of defense when they fail in front of him, and they fail quite often. So I don't know. I could see them win 2-0 definitely because they will have probably 75% of ball possession. So Alaves will have a hard time getting the chances. And for my pick to hit, I suppose I need Barcelona to score 4 goals, which maybe won't be a problem, but it could potentially be a spot where they score 1 or 2 and just maybe hold down the fort. But I will still take Barcelona to win and over 3.5 goals at plus 117. In the next game, Jack, Valencia and Celta. Celta in the bad form right now, so there's no betting on them. I will keep it simple. For my pick, I'm taking Valencia on the money line here, plus 136. But I see that you are kind of counting on Celta to do something in this game.
yeah. Look, Valencia have been trailing a lot of their games this season, and this is just a trend pick. Celta Vigo like to score fast or early at least. And Valencia tend to go down in games quite frequently, and that's probably one of the reasons why they are towards the bottom of the league. So I'm just going to take Celta to score first at plus 137. I honestly, this one's 50-50. So if I'm getting plus 137, I'm taking it.
Who do you have in this game, Kirk?
Yeah, Valencia, they need to win these types of games at home against a team that's in bad form. If they don't want to get relegated this game, they must win. And I really do like the price here at home. We're getting on them. So Valencia money line for me.
Yeah, they are still in the relegation zone and they need to get going fast if they want to stay in the league. Now, the last game in La Liga that we have is between Osasuna and Sociedad. And as you can see, guys, the draw is listed at plus 188. So the books are leaning towards the draw heavily. But I will take maybe a safer route, I suppose. I'm going to take the first half draw at minus 104, Kirk.
Yeah, I think this is the game that Sociedad cannot win 1-0. If they were to win, I don't think they can do it 1-0 because Osasuna they just score a lot at home. So I'm going both teams to score here at plus 110. I think maybe it's a 2-1 game. I don't know. I just don't think Sociedad can win this game without scoring twice. I don't think Osasuna can win this game by keeping a clean sheet. So I do think both teams score here, and at plus money, I'll take it.
What do you like in this game, Jack?
Yeah, just looking through a few stats here, nothing crazy jumps out to me at this game, other than Osasuna. In their last 7 games, the opponent has received a card first. So I'm going with Sociedad. I'm just going to ride it. I don't know if it's because also I'm going to be very honest. I don't know if it's Osasuna play a very disciplined game or what. Once or twice in a row, you can kind of ignore it. But 7 games, that's a pattern. So I'm going to ride it.
That's good job, Jack. Good job.
Thanks.
Jack Stat.
I
Here
thought
for
Kirk, you were
service.
more into the stats and numbers and stuff like that, but it turns out it's Jack.
My numbers are in my head. The public doesn't get them.
Off the Serie A, guys, where we have a few interesting games to talk about. The first one is between Fiorentina and Genoa. Now, Fiorentina finally bounced back and they got a nice win against Lazio, 2-1 on the road. Genoa has been, all over the place. A loss, win, draw, win, loss, win. I don't know what to think about this team except that they are playing a lot better at home than they are on the road. So I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm taking Fiorentina on the money line here, Kirk.
Yeah, not a game. This is probably my least favorite game here on the slate. I hate Fiorentina. I kind of didn't do any research, to be completely honest with you. I just fucking skipped it and went with the home team because it was under minus 200. I don't really have a real opinion. It is a game they should win, but they're also bums and frauds. So I don't really. It's a game they should win. That's all. That's why I took it. They should win it at home, but the price is abysmal. Abysmal. Anyways, go ahead, Jack.
All right. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. This is a game that Fiorentina should win. But then at the same time, they should have beat Torino at home. They drew 1-1. They should have beat Monza. They lost 2-1. They should have beat. Oh, okay, maybe they should have beaten Napoli. But you get my point. The last few games for them, their last recent form, probably the last month, has been terrible. Genoa's though, last 5, 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss against similar teams to how Fiorentina are playing right now. So I'm going to ride that double chance. I think Genoa can get a draw out of this game at least.
Now, on to the next one, Juventus and Empoli. Juventus pretty heavy favorites at home against Empoli. They should be because Empoli is just not that good right now. They lost 4 of their last 6, and Juventus still undefeated at home. However, Juventus has been in a pretty bad form as well. They've won only 1 of their last 6, Jack, and they are now on a 2-game losing streak, something they haven't experienced yet this season.
Yeah, purely because they've been drawing all their games. Yeah, usually after a loss or a win, they back it up with a draw. But I don't know. Juve is so hard to read this season. Even the games they should have been winning 3-0, 4-0, they draw. And it's because they're just not scoring a lot and they're not conceding a lot. So I'm going with the under in this game.
Yeah, Juventus, they are not looking well, but then you look at the injury and suspension list for Empoli, they're missing like 6 or 7 players, which for a team of this caliber is definitely a huge deal because they lack depth right now and they lack the quality of the bench if they had any. But I think that they can score a goal at least because Juventus is performing so poorly right now. So, Kirk, I'm taking both teams to score at plus 130, and I see I'm going directly against you.
Yeah, this screams 1-0, 2-0 Juve, to be honest, in my opinion. Even money Juve to nil. It's just I don't see them conceding to Empoli. They haven't conceded a lot this season. They got to get back to their sweaty 1-2-0 victories. This game just screams that. Not even money. That's where I'm at.
Now, for the last game in Serie A, we have another derby going on. The second one of the day. We have Roma and Napoli facing off. Napoli leading the league right now. Kirk, they are what on a 7-game winning streak right now. They've kept a bunch of clean sheets in between. Beat Juventus 2-1 with 2 late goals in the second half. Well, not late goals, 2 second half goals. Beating Atalanta before that. But Roma is playing pretty well right now. I would say the 3rd or 4th most consistent team in Serie A right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this short. I'll let you guys speak to it. We all agree on one thing, and that's both teams are gonna have to score in this game to get anything out of this game. Napoli, if Roma wants to do anything, they're gonna have to score, and they're gonna have to outscore Napoli to even have a chance in this game. So I think they get on the scoreboard at home. Napoli, they're gonna score here, and the price at both teams to score at minus 128 is pretty good.
Yeah, Roma has improved immensely under Claudio Ranieri, and all 3 of us have some variation of both teams scoring in this game. Jack has the pick for plus 400. Jack, go for it.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't even look at the price, to be honest. Like when I thought about this in my head, I was going through the game. Look, we all know how good Napoli are. We know how good Roma are with Ranieri, as you said, Goran. I just think Napoli are the better team, right? I think that goes without saying. Even on the road, they've been picking up wins after wins after wins. They won 3-2 against Atalanta. I see Roma scoring in this game. I see Napoli winning. So Napoli, both teams to score. And the fact it's plus 400 is like, yeah, I'm 100% giving this out.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see this game going to Napoli, absolutely. But I think that Roma at home will be a little bit more solid in this game, especially because it's such a big game. I do like both teams to score, obviously. I have it as well. But I'm going to take both teams to score and draw at plus 310. If I'm being honest, this smells like a 1-1 draw. Could be a 2-2. I mean, it could be a 2-1 for either side, if I'm being honest. So I guess you guys have to decide who you want to go with, which pick you want to take, or you have something entirely different from us. So let us know in the comments of this video.
The best play is
Uh,
probably both teams to score no, considering our track record.
True.
uh, Kirk, Eintracht, and Wolfsburg in Bundesliga. Give us your thoughts.
Roma to nil. That's the one that really goes against everything. No draw, no both teams to score, no Napoli. Anyways, I think this is a really, really weird line in this game. Like, very strange line. I get Marmouche is gone. I get Frankfurt lost during the week. I get they've been playing a lot of games, but this price at home against Wolfsburg has been playing well, but this is a really strange line. I have to take Frankfurt at the price, but it's just it's it's not scary because it's almost even money, but it just this line doesn't make sense to me at all. I would get them at minus 130, minus 135, I thought, but I don't know. Something's up with this game, but Frankfurt for me.
Yeah, I suppose you're right about that. I mean, they don't have any injuries, at least not listed right now. They're healthy as much as they can be. They are coming off of a loss in the Europa League, 2-0 to Roma, but we know that they needed nothing out of that game, so there's really no point into looking into that one too much. But Wolfsburg, I mean, 2 wins in their last 6 games. They lost 3 of those 6. They're missing Patrick Wimmer, who is one of their best players this season. Missing a few other players because of the injuries as well. I don't know. I think that Eintracht should be a little bit bigger favorite in this game. I do agree, but I'm gonna take goals in this one. Both teams to score in over 2.5, minus 133. Jack.
Yeah, Frankfurt even money for me. Look, Wolfsburg, they're good at beating teams on the road that aren't great at home, like your Hoffenheims, your Leipzig, who have been a disaster this season. But they couldn't beat Freiburg, who predominantly are a better team at home. Bayern obviously goes without saying. Leverkusen, they haven't beat any of those teams. And Frankfurt, solid home team. So, yeah, going with Frankfurt.
5-0 Nottingham.
Dang, that's a blowout. Kirk, Leverkusen, and Hoffenheim. Now, Leverkusen heavy favorites at home, minus 500. They needed a win in the Champions League. They got it. However, it wasn't as big as we all expected. It was only 2-0 against Sparta Prague.
Yeah, this is a game that either is a 4-3 Hoffenheim or like a 3-1 Leverkusen 4-1. This is the type of game they would lose at home just because Hoffenheim has that good of a day. But the odds of that are not very high in my opinion, but there is a chance in my opinion. I'm going with Leverkusen minus 1.5 in this game. I think they take this game pretty easily unless Hoffenheim scores early. Then trouble is brewing. I'm telling you, if Hoffenheim scores first 20 minutes, they're losing this game. So, but do I think they do that? No. So Leverkusen minus 1.5. Just had to give you both sides of the coin here.
Yeah, I do kind of expect from Hoffenheim to do something in this game. They also had a midweek game. They had a game on Thursday, a game which I think they won in the end. It was a 4-3 win for them against Anderlecht. I'm not sure if they qualified for the knockouts. I don't think so. But still, they got a win. They made some money. Now, we know that they have a lot of problems staying consistent this season, and missing half the defense is certainly not helpful. But I think that they can do something in the attacking end, Jack. I'm taking Hoffenheim over 3.5 shots on target at plus 138. Combine that with Leverkusen's, I don't know, sometimes they get carried away and tend to make some defensive mistakes, which could be helpful here for Hoffenheim.
Yeah, again, this is kind of two picks for me, in a way. I'm preferring Leverkusen to win at both halves purely because it's plus money. However, if you want something a bit safer, which is kind of the same, just take Leverkusen to score in both halves instead of win both halves. It's like minus 150. Much safer play. This is just the play if you want to kind of boost your odds a bit further. To be honest, I don't see Hoffenheim really scoring in this game, and if they do,
They're gonna score. I'll put. What's the odds on that? I'll bet you. We haven't done an in-game
I don't
bet.
know. I'd need to look.
Let's just make them even odds. $30.
For Hoffenheim to score? Let me see.
I don't know. I really don't know. I would say for Hoffenheim to score, I'd have it like minus 120, maybe.
Probably minus 160.
Look, Leverkusen, they're conceding
it's
over a goal
minus
game.
135, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, probably pass on that one, Kirk, I'm afraid.
35 to 30.
No, I'm not doing 30. I'll do 20 on it.
25 to 20.
That works.
All
right. There you go. But yeah, Leverkusen win both halves for me. I can see this one being 3 goals minimum for Leverkusen, so they're going to have to score twice in one of the halves, I guess. But I also like to score in both halves.
The last 2 games are in the French Ligue 1, guys. The first one being between Toulouse and Nice. Jack, what are your thoughts about this one? We know that Nice, I suppose we can say that they're doing a decent job in the Ligue 1, but they are the underdogs in this game.
Yeah, they are. Probably because Toulouse have been okay at home since the start of December, I guess. I mean, the last 6 home games, they've won 4 of them. So decent home team. Nice on the road, losing their last 2. One of them was to Elfsborg in the Europa League, which is not great. So yeah, I'm just going to take them to score in the second half. So over 0.5 goals in the second half for Nice. They've been scoring most of their goals this season in the second half. So I can see them scoring here, second half. I'll take that price.
Yeah, Nice got knocked out of the Europa League on Thursday, so they don't have to worry about that anymore. They can solely focus on League One and getting into the top 3 if possible. They're sitting 4th right now, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna go with both teams to score in this one. Kirk minus 137, but what do you like?
Yeah, I'm on the under. I don't like Nice on the road at all. Maybe they score once. Maybe. Toulouse, they've been solid. And this is not a strong play. It's a lean to the under for me. I just don't trust Nice on the road, especially I guess they are. They're kind of like Brest. They're different in the league as to the competition, but it's reversed. Brest sucks in the league, but have been good in Champions League. Nice sucks in the Europa League, but have been good in the league. But I'm still going in under. It's a lean for me here. It's nothing crazy. It's just the price is better on the under, and I don't trust Nice on the road.
And now for the last game of this video, guys, I had to save Kurt's favorite team, Le Havre, playing against Angers on the road. And I was shocked, Kirk. I was shocked by your pick. What is happening? What is happening?
He's jumped off the bandwagon.
It's not that. I mean, I'm here to make money. I'm not here to fucking jerk off to Le Havre every game.
You will lose money. You will lose money on your pick in this game.
Nah, this is an Angers money line type of spot. At home, they've been playing well. It's Goran, of all things, this is the one game you jumped on the Le Havre bandwagon. Of all games, this is the one game. This is not the game to be on the bandwagon. It's Angers. It's Angers at home. You want to make a bet on this one? Even money?
Yeah.
$30.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll take it. I have Le Havre the double chance, guys. Minus 132. Kirk has Angers on the money line at plus 100. And Jack, which team do you not think will score? Do you think will not score? Sorry.
I'm sorry, Goran. I don't have the Havre scoring.
I
It's
love
not
the odds against me, guys. I love the odds against me.
okay. I mean, I respect it. Don't get me wrong. I respect it. I just think Angers at home, very good defensively. Didn't concede to Brest. Not many teams have kept a clean sheet to Brest this season. That was at the start of this month. Well, we're in February now, aren't we? Start of January. And then obviously didn't concede to Auxerre in their last home game. So, yeah, I've got both teams score. No, maybe the Havre score a goal in like the 50th minute and just defend for their lives, and it's 1-0, right?
They'll be down 3-0 at that point, so
So yeah,
Now, Angers has conceded 18 goals at home this season in 9 games. That's not a good defensive team at home.
I agree. But how many goals have the Havre scored on the road?
Goal on average.
Okay, I'm trusting your word for it. So yeah, I'm just going both teams to score. No, not only that, only 37% of the Havre games this season have had both teams score. So that also obviously pays into my favor here. So yeah,
So this
minus
is going to be a
130.
0-0 game.
It's nothing
0-0.
personal. If it's 0-0, I'll
Circle
take
gang.
0-0 is good for
Circle
me.
gang. 0-0 game. Circle gang.
that is the squarest play. That's like that's a decahedron play, like that dude in the comments said.
I'll look forward to getting the $30 from you, Kirk. But that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for joining us here. Have a great day. Good luck with all of your bets, and we'll see you soon.